Welcome back to my channel Into the Oracleverse, where we learn about Oracle SQL, PL and Apex. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button.
In this video, we are going to extend our Oracle 26 AI database, the free version which we have installed locally using Docker, by integrating SQLcl's MCP server with Claude Desktop. So this is the second part of the video in which I have explained about how to install the Oracle 26 AI database, the free version locally using Docker, and then how to connect it with SQLcl. Once this is done, so with this video, so we'll be able to incorporate the MCP element to it. So now, before we jump into the demo, I'll quickly explain what MCP actually is. So MCP or Model Context Protocol. This in terms of SQLcl, it is not a separate tool or an external server that we install. This is a built-in feature of SQLcl, starting from SQLcl 25.2 and above. So when we run SQLcl in MCP mode, this exposes the Oracle database's context, the schemas that we have, and then the queries, the metadata, the results, in a way that the AI client like Claude can easily understand and interact with the database. This doesn't mean we have to copy the sequels that are generated from AI models and then we have to run it in SQLcl or SQL Developer or other tools. Rather, here the AI client can directly deal with the database. It can directly query and it can directly insert records or do whatever we allow that model to do. So that's the thing that we are going to look into today. Before we build everything from scratch, in this video we are going to build everything from scratch. We are just going to assume that we already have the Oracle 26 AI database and the SQLcl setup ready, which is present in this video. I'll provide a link in the info section, and then with that, now we'll see the complete setup here. But before that, I'll start with a quick demo using an already saved SQLcl connection that I have, just to show what it feels like. So let me go to the Claude Desktop. So yeah, now I list all my SQLcl MCP connections. This is going to show all the connections that I have, which I have saved. So it's going to look into it and I'll allow it to. Now it has provided me with the SQLcl connection that I have used to prepare this demo. So I'll provide yes. Allow. Yeah, so this was a weird part where it was not able to connect with the connect tool. So I had a workaround where connect with run SQL. Now with this particular prompt, it was able to connect. So I am not sure what exactly, whether it is a bug with the connect tool or yeah. So but this particular workaround works. Now let me clear it up. Now I have just provided a natural language text here. It is going to convert that into a query, and then it is going to ask me whether this can be queried. So this would act as a layer where we would be in a loop to provide confirmation to that particular SQL query. So we just have to expand it to see what the SQL query is about to be executed. Now here we can look that, yeah, so it has fetched the name and the version in the right way. I'll show how to safely disconnect. And it got successfully disconnected. So let me just clear this. and we'll start from scratch. So first step, yeah, if you could go through this blog, this would have more details to it. Yeah, I'll also add this in the description. First, let's connect a system. I prefer us creating a separate schema for this particular MCP. And whenever we are providing this access to the AA model, we just have to ensure that the AA is not public. So we should not send the private data to the public AA model, so that we have to be very cautious with that part. And moreover, as I have mentioned earlier, so there are some we have these restrictions in place where the SQL statements can be executed after we provide relevant permission. But yeah, so care should be taken in that area as well, because data can be easily manipulated there. So yes, so now let's get started. I have logged in as a system. Now I am going to create a schema for this particular demo. So I have named it as app schema, and now it got created. Now I have to provide some grants to this schema, right? So I'll explain a new role that was introduced in Oracle 26 AI. It is called DB developer role. You would be able to see this. I'll also paste this link in the description. So this has the relevant privileges which are required for an application developer who's going to work on the database. We just have to provide this DB developer role to that particular schema that we are going to create, so that all these grants will be provided by default. So this is a recent addition that was made in this particular upgrade in Oracle 26 AI database. So let me grant that particular role to my schema. So this has to be done from system itself. So I haven't disconnected from that particular schema yet. Now, since I have provided this particular part, let me save this as a named connection, so that SQLcl can be able to detect, the MCP can be able to detect this particular database connection. So I'll run this. So the format is, so connection, save, and then this particular parameter called save password, and we'll provide the password, sorry, the name again, and slash password at the rate of, and then we'll have two slashes, and then we'll have the host name, and then followed by the port, and then the service. So now let me, it's going to get saved in the name of app schema. This will indicate that it has the connection has been created successfully. Now, still, let's verify it once. So I'll come here again, and now you can see two schemas here. The one that was created now, along with the one that was which was present earlier. So now let us test this particular connection from SQLcl before we connect it from the client. So it is connected. So now we can confirm that this particular connection has been created successfully. Now that's pretty much it from the SQLcl part. Now we'll have to move to Claude Desktop. So you just have to, if you haven't, have this particular Claude Desktop installed, so you just have to go here to this particular website, and here you just have to click on the relevant icon based on the OS that you have. So after this, it will get downloaded, and the setup would be pretty straightforward until a point where you just have to provide the free plan or paid plan as per your convenience. For the initial testing and development, so we can go with the free plan itself. So I have the free plan here. And once everything is set up, so we'll have this particular screen. And as a first step, so we'll have to click this file, settings, and we'll be navigated to this particular window. So over here, we'll have to click on this developer. And I already have this config up, but if it is not present, we'll have to click on edit config and we'll be routed here. So here there will be a file called Claude Desktop config. So we'll have to open it. So here we would be able to see a particular line of code. So this particular code can be seen in my blog post as well. So this particular code has to be pasted here. So this would allow the Claude Desktop to identify where the SQL file is present. So this will have all the relevant information about the database, how to perform. So this is basically this would be the rule book which the MCP has, and this argument should be MCP. So with this in place, so now there the SQLcl MCP server is going to be visible in the Cloud Desktop. Once you save it, so we have to restart this Cloud Desktop again, else it won't show up. So even if it is present, you might not see this quickly up and running. So it took me 2 to 3 restarts before I started looking seeing this. Yeah, so you have to quit this particular application once you edit the config, and then you have to restart it again. So you should be able to see a window like this where the SQLcl is running, and then we'll have the command and the argument. So we'll have the relevant configs here. So once this is present, we can confirm that the MCP is set. We can now look into this connectors part. So this is the second section that we have to configure. So once the SQLcl connection is present, so we'll have to click this configure, and here we'll be able to provide the tool permissions. We would have seen that whenever the SQL got executed, so it was asking me permission. So that's because I have set this row permission as needs approval. There are two other icons where we can block this, or we can even allow it always. So this disconnection, when I during my previous demo, the disconnection but happened at an instance. It didn't ask for my approval. It's because I have provided always allow here. So yeah, we have to provide with the necessary permissions here, and then yeah, this is to change the things as a bulk. So that's the thing. So once we have everything set up, now we are good to go with we can start the chat again. But before that, I'll have a quick look here. So yeah, so this is just a sanity check, which we can do from here to see if our connection is up. So yes, so it is pointing to the free PDB one within which the schema is created. So that's pretty much it. It's just a small sanity check and nothing else. Now we are good to go with the final demo. So I'll have to create a new chat. Let's start with listing all the connections that we have. This is going to list all the connections, and since we have created the app schema, it should actually show it. But before that, it's going to ask for permission. Yes. And yes, so the app schema is visible here. So now let's see. Okay, the connect tool failed as expected. So now let's see if it is connecting with the run SQL. Yes. So the connection is now established. So it's going to query all the relevant tables. And so it has identified the right role that we have granted. So these are all the system privileges and the object privileges that our role has. Now, let's try creating some tables here. So now I have asked it to create a table, and so here you can see that the table has been successfully created and the data has been inserted, and we can see the data here. So here I have just provided a natural language statement, and with that it was able to create tables, which means it's executing DDLs as well as it's inserting data for me. It's executing DMLs as well. So with this, we'll be able to save a lot of time. We'll be able to identify the longer running queries. We'll be able to read the explain plan of the queries in a good way, and we'll be able to do a lot of amazing things with this. It is just the basic things that I am doing right now with this, but we can do extensive things, and we look at more information about this and more content about this in the upcoming videos. Thank you so much for watching. Drop in your thoughts in the comment section, and for more videos like this, subscribe to Into the Oracle World.